going on, YouTube?
You know what's
You gotta change what?
I literally bought these a size bigger so that they would not hug my moose knuckle if they
Oh, anyway. How y'all doing, man? Welcome back to the channel. Today, man, we're actually gonna get out, do some work on the car, man. I know I've been taking a few days off. I've been doing a lot of networking, trying to find somebody to shorten the rear end on this car. And I found a couple options. I'm gonna call a couple more options tomorrow. Man, I had one guy quote me, he quoted me like 500 bucks, which I thought was extremely cheap to shorten the rear axle. But when we talked, he was like, I'm not doing anything crazy. He said, what I'm doing is, he said, I can actually do it in the car, because he showed me some pictures and some videos of what he was doing. He's like, you can actually it's taking the axles out. And, he said, I got my jig, everything that I can mount the car on the lift, sit it down. And once I do that, then I can actually show you what I'm doing. He's showing where he would take the space off. And it's not even the center of the axle. It's just right on the shaft, right behind the drums and everything else. So he was like, I can cut this off, take about an inch out on each side, and then it'll be good. So that's what we're working on. So far, he's got the best quote. We got a couple other shops in my city, man, but they do try to tax. You got Fat Fabs, which is known like, worldwide, man. They do a lot of like custom truck stuff and things of that nature. So we may look into them, but they're expensive. And you got Southside Sleds, they're pretty decent. So we'll check into those two shops tomorrow, call those guys and see what they can do. And then, yeah, because I'm ready to get this thing on all four wheels. I went out and drove it early and put gas in it with 224s on the front. And I mean, it looks crazy. So let me show y'all. So I went out and drove it with the two wheels in the front because I was messing with it. And I was like, I need to do some clearancing anyway. So I went ahead and clearanced the front, which I did a little too much, but I wound up putting some trim around it anyway to make it not look so bad. I should have just went straight down the bumper, but I was like, if I go straight down, I didn't want to do that. So I just clearanced it a little bit. And then in the back, I actually didn't have to. A lot of people saying you'd have to cut the fender liners and whatnot, but I didn't cut any of them. You just have to remove this, which I need to finish removing this little piece of whatever this is that they stuck in there. And then on the front, all I did was I just pulled it tight with a zip tie at the bottom. That way it's good. And we don't have any rubbing issues so far. This one, I think when you get off kilter on a little bit may touch, but we'll fix that, no big deal. But anyway, today's video, man, we're gonna do a lot of little touch-up stuff. Because like I said, it's the small details that make these cars stand out. And a lot of people like to nitpick cars today, even though they don't have one. So I gotta, continue to touch up the things that I noticed. So today, man, I'm about to pull all this trim. If you see, it's supposed to be the same color as the car, but it's like, I guess, worn off. It's all starting to show the chrome again. That part's good, but it needs to be some touch up because I don't want the chips right there. And all the way down to here, all these trims we're gonna get done. I really wanna do this one. This is gonna be a project because I'm gonna have to mask off the entire car, the roof. Just, mask and tape the tape line across all the chrome and then in between here, and then tape the entire car off. That way I don't get any overspray on the car anywhere. So yeah, that's the goal today. So anyway, we're about to start taking it apart, get started on that. And then hopefully tomorrow we find a shop to get it shortened so we can finish mounting up and I can actually get this thing fully driven on 24s. What I really don't know actually either is, do I want to keep it squatted with the lower look, the higher in the front, shorter in the back look, or do I want it the same ride height? Right now I'm leaning toward the same ride height because with it being squatted down like that and me having 4 kids, like I said, my joy that comes from me getting to enjoy this with my family. So I may go same ride height all the way around. That way I can put the kids in the back. We can go out, get some ice cream, take it out, enjoy it, ride around on Sundays, and come back from church, stuff like that. So definitely, but anyway, we're finna get started on pulling this trim off and trying to get it cleaned up, get it painted up and put back on the car before we go have to take care of some real estate stuff for the day. So let's get started. I went ahead and took the trim off. Man, that dude that did the top on this job, he did a really good job. Y'all look at it, man, look at the cut lines. The cut line, he even tucked it around the trim holder placements up top. So, man, he did a really good job on the top. I'm pretty impressed with it. But anyway, I got the trim off. As I can see, like I was saying, it's supposed to match, but I guess over time all the color wore off. So we're gonna get these out. Try to find somewhere to paint them at, but we got that from Express Paint. I've been still using this. I got like 2 cans of this. I bought it and it's mixed to match this color. It's the WA9094. The dark antelope metallic is the color of this car, which looks really good. So anyway, we're about to get started on getting these painted up and get them back on the car and see how they look, see if it looks good. So I got my little base coat down. I gotta let it dry before I start adding more to it, because with it being like old paint, I didn't really feel like sanding it all the way down, because I don't think it needs it, because this paint, they said it dries flat every time. So you don't, if you overspray it, they said you'll get runs, but if you don't, then it should dry flat. So they said 2 or 3 coats, it should be fine, but y'all see just 1 coat, it already looks so much better. 1 coat, it looks better. Anyway, we're just gonna keep applying it till we get it done. Get them shot out. We're gonna get them dried up and put back on the car and let y'all see the finished product and how it looks. It's the small details, man, that really make these cars stand out. You don't have to go frame off to make it crazy, but I do believe if you ever decide to do any suspension work on your car, replace every single bushing underneath the bottom, and that's what I'm gonna do on this one. It's gonna have new upper control arm bushings, lower control arm bushings, all of the above, because you know you want to ride nice, not just look nice. So definitely we're gonna continue painting and then let this one dry, get a 2nd coat on, then a 3rd coat, put it back on the car and see how it looks. So anyway, we'll cut y'all back on in a minute. So, got everything touched up, painted up. Right now we're gonna get it back on the car and bolt everything down. Let y'all see what that finished product don't look like if I figure out how to get this back on. Easy way. Too far forward. What? Maybe or maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. That's perfect right there. Trying to get this in. Now we'll just screw it back on. What the? So now my screws don't line up right, but we'll figure it out. It's going. Well, the hole is right. It's just maybe. Oh, I dropped that one.
Here, I got it.
Cool. See that one? Cool. I'll throw the back in. Alright, now got all the trim back on. Close the door up on it. Keep coming out the door. Oh yeah, that looks so much better with the trim. Darkened out like it should be. Close to it from the trim. That looks great, perfect. So now, when you look at it, it's all that factory dark color that we need. Perfect. Now we just gotta do the other side. And then eventually I'm gonna mask this whole car off and do this section too to get it just to look as good as everything else, because I want all of this car to, just the small parts of this have to be right. And it's what makes this car is gonna stand out a lot better than other cars. So anyway, this was just another video. We was giving y'all, updating y'all a little work we done on the car. I still gotta tear apart the other side and do it. But right now, we're actually about to go get into some real estate stuff. So got a few showings. One of my good friends just, is trying to buy a new house, so we finna go take care of that. And he hired the best real estate agent in the game. So yeah, anyway, y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think about the little touch-ups, man, that make it look so much better. I think it looks worlds better with just that little bit of touch-up around the top. Yeah. All right, man, we'll see y'all in the next video.